I make a lot of videos about the language of the poor because I live that language every day. Every day I have to fight that language to get by. Every day I want to blame somebody else, I have to stop and I have to fix my mind space. Every day I feel demotivated because I feel like a victim. I feel that other people have it better than me. I have to stop that. It's not helpful. That's what I keep trying to say with my videos. And for the people who get it, it's really helping them stay on track. And for the people who don't get it, that's just, you're going to find out the hard way, buddy. Like being negative, it's just not the right way. You look at all the successful people in the world who are self-made, who have overcome immense odds to get to where they are. And they all have this in common, is positivity, is optimism, is that you enjoy being around them, that they give you energy and that they're can-do, go-getter people. And so the poverty mindset is the opposite of that. It's, hey, you can do this. No, I can't. I believe in you, but that's because you come from privilege and you don't have the trauma I do. I don't believe in myself because of all of these reasons. And you know what's crazy to me? If you ever were to say the exact same thing that they say about themselves to them, they would get mad at you because they would get extremely offended. But then when they say it about themselves, it's like totally glorified and looked at as very, very like, oh, that does suck for you. Oh no. It's like a badge of honor. Like the lower the level, the more you should be honored. I had a friend who grew up in the foster child system. His mother was a drug addict, but because he's a white man that has good teeth, people assume that he comes from privilege. And this man, literally, his mother was a drug addict. He doesn't know his father, never had a father figure. He became a millionaire through scrimping and saving, living in a room share situation, long story, walking dogs for a living. But then people meet him and think that he's privileged. They don't know anything about him and will think the most negative things about him without even knowing a single thing about his life story, which is quite incredible. So I try to get to know people beyond kind of what is surface level. I surround myself by people that I admire, that I think like really went through insurmountable odds to get to where they are. And I try to stay away from the people that always want to compare privilege cards and always want to like see, oh, well, you had that privilege. I didn't. No, 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 no. Like, I just try to stay away from people like that. The language of the poor drags you down. The language of the poor doesn't make you richer. The language of the poor makes you miserable. And I try to conquer that in myself every single day, because if I were to live by that kind of language, it would set me back. I've never won thinking like that. And I have to overcome that every day. So just because you've made it or just because you got better doesn't mean you can stop. It's a long journey, this life.